All right, so you're in the gym on the walking track.
Yes, walking around, and I look down just out of the corner of my eye, and I see this woman wearing...
What's up, guys? How you doing? I'm Paul.
I'm Morgan. Oh, and if you're new to this channel, make sure you subscribe. We risk giving TMI.
To help you navigate DMI, dating, marriage, and intimacy. And today's TMI DMI is taking a little trip to the gym.
Taking a trip to the gym.
And what this person sees when they walk in the gym is something that it's, okay, well, I don't even know what I'm saying. We're talking about the gym. We're talking about gym outfits. And we are particularly and more specifically addressing Christians. Even though, I mean, if you're watching and you're not a Christian, weren't you saying something? You were like taking some notes saying that it's like should be kind of common sense type stuff we're talking about here?
Yeah, it's not necessarily just a Christian specific topic, but we will more so specifically address people who identify as Christians.
Who identify as Christians. Love that.
Who believe in the Lord and are walking with him daily.
Love it. I'm excited. I genuinely, as I see people in the pre-live chat, they're saying like, oh, it's, controversial topic. I get that. And it is. Yeah. And it is a little bit intimidating to go there. But at the same time, for me, like 10 out of 10 times, I would rather tackle something that is like intriguing and actually affects people's like day-to-day life, than something that's like super safe.
Got it. 10 out of 10 times. Got it.
10 out of 10 times. Anyway, you guys, just real quick, shout out to our patrons that came on the retreat to Florida.
Amazing, you guys.
And I see at least...
Can't believe we made it happen.
They're the Archons in the chat.
I'm currently scratching my mosquito bites that I got while we were there.
Hey, if you were there, but that's part of the beauty of it. We were roughing it. But seriously, shout out to you guys. Really fun time with you all. And we just love our patrons. Thank you guys for supporting what we do on this channel. You are a huge blessing to us.
Yeesh.
All right. Here we go. Let's dive right in. Morgan.
Can I start off real quick? I know you have an agenda.
No, I don't have
notes.
Agenda schminda, dude. We're talking about skimpy clothes at the gym. Agenda schminda. Whoop, out the window.
All right. Well, here's the thing. I just want to start off with saying that one, like Paul already said, we understand that modesty and stuff like that is a controversial topic these days. Maybe it always has been. I don't know. But we understand as well. I just want to make it very clear that modesty is not just about what we as men and women wear. It's a heart issue. It's much more than just the clothes that we're wearing around people. Okay, so just get that out there.
Honestly, Morgan, I love that.
Thank you.
I will say, the way we present ourselves is often a reflection of the heart.
Yes.
Would you agree with that?
Yes, I do.
But
which I will address later.
Love that. But it's so much more. Modesty is so much more. Today, we're going to be focusing, though, on the body, the clothing aspect of modesty. It's one of the aspects of modesty.
Yes.
Love that, Morgan. Okay, I guess I do kind of have an agenda. Or a little bit of an outline. A little bit of an outline.
I knew it.
Guys, we are still learning. We're still growing. We're still sorting this stuff out ourselves. So take that into account as you hear our perspective on this. But we ain't scared to share our perspective. So Morgan, let's do this. The original title we had for our video was, are we too hard on girls that dress skimpy at the gym? Yes, I said it, skimpy. I'm going to call it skimpy. But are we too hard on them? Are we too hard on them? You've made an Instagram reel that got some pushback. I posted today on my Instagram. I'll tell you exactly what I posted. I posted today, earlier today, I saw Bryson Gray, the rapper, the conservative rapper. He tweeted and said, "Hey women, it's a gym, not the Playboy Mansion." And yes, I shared that on my Instagram and I said, my thoughts, if girls desire to dress super tight and skimpy while working out, go to an all-girls gym.
Except I don't want to see that, so don't. Just go work out at home.
And somebody actually messaged me that and said, I'd rather not see that in an all-girls gym, female. But anyway, but I wanted to say this. we are asking ourselves, by making these posts, are we being too hard? Because there is another side to it. So let's hear that other side, Morgan. Let's hear a few of these, maybe some of the pushback comments you got on your reel. I'm just gonna start naming a few, all right?
Okay, great.
And we will address these. And I want to take these, my heart is to take these things seriously and not just be like, shut up. Worldly person, like I want to hear these if there's validity to them. So a few that you got and that we've gotten,
yes,
would be people pushing back on the tight clothes. Loose clothes can get caught in the machines. Also, we want to see our muscles / the progress that we're making. Also, men just shouldn't look. Very popular one there. Very popular one there. Very popular. That's a very popular.
Okay.
Men just shouldn't look. And then also, these women, they just might have different modesty standards than you.
Or none.
Those, I would say, are 4 or 5 of the most popular ones.
Yes, I would agree with that.
So, Morgan, tell us the story real quick behind that prompted you, that compelled you to make your reel, to make your Instagram reel.
All right. Well, we go to a pretty big gym. We work out there a few times a week, and it is the Hoppin' Gym here in Lexington. And I would say there's a range of people and age and attire, but I'd say the most common attire that you see on women my age specifically, maybe a little older or younger, they are just, it's wild. So anywho, I was at the gym
It is a zoo out there.
It's a zoo out there. I was at that gym one day a few weeks ago, and I was walking on the track and whatever, just looking around at life going on around me, and just like out of the corner of my eye down doing some squats was this woman. I don't know if she was a Christian or not, so I'm not gonna like get on her, but what she was wearing were, I don't even know how to describe it. It was like underwear basically, and her vagina was falling out of them.
Okay.
Like,
Goodness.
I'm sorry.
I was literally about to say you don't need to describe it in that much detail, and then you.
Like, the fact that I could see that from like a mile away was just mind blowing. And she was
I cannot believe you just said that.
She was wearing.
Can we not have that much visuals with the you describing the top?
She was just wearing basically 2 tiny triangles on the top. So I was just literally my jaw just dropped when I saw it. I can't
believe you just
saw
said
it, and I quickly looked away and was like, what did I just?
I can't believe you just said the V word. You just said the V word so casually.
I'm sorry. That's what it was. Okay.
But so that was something that compelled you to get back on your phone and record a little. Tell us just very shortly the reel that you made.
It was a reel of me just being real, being like, what the crap are we doing, ladies? What is wrong with the world?
It was kind of like that was the crescendo for you that compelled, because you knew you were going to get some pushback on that Instagram reel, but it compelled you like, okay, now I've
seen it all.
I feel so compelled that I'm going to make a reel about this.
Yeah.
Because it's not like, oh my goodness, there was just a woman wearing that. I got to talk about it. It's like, no,
it just pushed me over the limit.
The gym culture that we have right now, and the sad thing is, a lot of Christians are right there.
Yeah.
Not looking much different, if any different.
That's why I made the reel, because I don't know if that lady was Christian or not, but I know there are women out there who are Christians, professing Christians, dressing like that, and it's just like, what is going on?
So if you're watching this and you're just kind of like, maybe you're coming to this video a little bit defensive, I get it. We don't, you're feeling like, oh, they might step on my toes here, but I feel justified in wearing the stuff they're describing or close to it. We just want to, we want to approach this just giving our take, and hopefully you'll consider it. But I just want to share very briefly, when I go to the gym, a typical day of me going to the gym.
Yes.
And I feel like I represent, and real quick, guys, if you appreciate this video and the honesty, help out the algorithms. Give it a thumbs up real quick. We appreciate it. When I go to the gym, my typical gym day, oftentimes it's I get to the gym and maybe I'm walking the track and I have to pray and say, Lord, Holy Spirit, help me. I'm going to try to do my part here. You please help me. Give me grace to not struggle, to not have my eyes linger. Like because like Morgan said, it's a jungle out there. And just that one girl doing squats, there's plenty more where that came from. And I being a pure red-blooded male, is that how they say it?
Never heard that statement in my life.
I sometimes, and I don't have to do this every time, but sometimes I pray and say, Holy Spirit, help me here to remain perfectly pure of my eyes and thoughts and all that. Mm-hmm. Also, I have to look down a decent amount. So if I'm see from a distance a girl like the girl Morgan described walking towards me down this short hallway, oof, it gets almost awkward because if I'm at Walmart, I'm trying to make eye contact and say hey to, not say hey to people, but just hey neighbor. I'm trying to be respectful, but I literally am like looking down at the ground, probably coming across a little rude. That's just how I'm protecting myself. Mm-hmm. And I guess one other little story for maybe girls that are just kind of oblivious to it, because I don't think every girl is guilty of wanting to seduce the men at the gym, mm-hmm, wanting to get lustful looks and attention. I think there is genuinely, what do you think? I think there's some naivety.
Yes. I think there's naivety and this like, well, I'm just doing my thing. Like, I'm not showing off. I'm not trying to like get in front of men and like tell them to look at my body. Like, if I were doing that, then that would be one thing, but I'm not. I'm just going and doing my workout. So what's the big deal? And it's like, okay, but you're going and doing your workout squatting down in front of 10 men standing behind you doing arms.
So to those who may be in the naivety group, I was at the gym a while back, standing by the basketball court, and I look over and see a girl on the treadmill wearing very tight, revealing clothes. And I kind of just turn back towards the guys that I'm close to, and I see one of the dudes there. He looks over, takes a nice long look, turns back, elbows his buddy, signals with his head. They both look. Like, that's just happening.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, mm-hmm, but it's just happening.
Yeah.
It's just happening. So anyway, here's just a question, Morgan. And I don't necessarily know the perfect answer, but a question I want to ask you guys, I want to ask Morgan. Should we listen to our Christian brothers that are in the camp, and there are plenty. The two guys messaged me on Instagram after I posted it and said, I don't go to the gym for this reason. Mm-hmm. It's pretty much what they said, for what's taking place at most gyms. Mm-hmm. Should we listen to these brothers if a great many of them said, yes, those outfits are difficult for me. They're tempting for me, and it makes it tough to go to the gym. Should our response is so many girls, I know in the live chat right now, I've seen the pre-live chat, so many girls' response to that would be, that's their problem. That's not our problem. Should that be our response? If not, what should our response be?
No, that definitely shouldn't be our response. If we look at the word and just like honoring our brothers and sisters in Christ, like it is our responsibility to do what we can do to honor the people around us. And then it's up to the other people around us to do their responsibility. And I like
that you said
them.
That. It's up to the guys to do our responsibility. For me, pray and ask the Lord for help, and then choosing, Paul, like you choose where your eyes are going to go and where they're going to linger. Yeah. That's my responsibility.
Yeah.
But yeah, as far as the females, what should their response be to the many Christian guys that are in that camp?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that would be to honor them, and so do what you can. If you hear the majority of Christian men saying like, yeah, the sports bra and super tight spandex is tempting and I have to fight that, like, then stop wearing that to the gym. If you know that most men that you ask who are honest with you say that that's hard, like, why would you continue wearing that? If you now, you have the knowledge now, this is a common outfit that makes a man lust or struggle with the temptation of lust.
Morgan, what about those that say, and I think this does happen. I've heard Christians that I respect you say this: men are going to lust no matter what I wear. Men will lust to the girls. Again, I'm trying to hear your side here. The girls that say, "Oh, okay, maybe I won't wear that, but I'll wear something very modest," and men are still going to lust after me.
Well, then it's like, okay, you've done all that you can do. You've honored them by wearing what you've worn, and that's between them and God now, if they're choosing to continue to allow lustful thoughts coming into their mind. But guys, like, if you're wearing a potato sack, they're not probably it's gonna be a lot less tempting for the majority of men to lust after you compared to you wearing a sports bra and the tightest leggings that have the little scrunchy thing up the butt crack that make it look like you're wearing a thong on the outside of your pants.
Can we just choose to live in the real world?
There's just common sense.
Like, can we just choose to live in the real world?
Why do we choose to be so like, we choose to ignore common sense? I don't understand that.
And you don't even have to wear a potato sack.
No,
that's like an incredibly extreme
Right.
example. I like you going to the gym, looking pretty.
You can look cute.
Even showing your arms and like
Yes.
when you're exercising, but it's using decency.
Yeah.
We realize there's some gray area there, but it's a shirt that dips down and covers your butt a little bit, or tying something there. I mean, just again, it should be common sense decency in my opinion, but I do agree there is some gray area, and the one objection was, well, maybe her standards aren't the same as yours.
Right.
True.
And I do understand that there are different levels or like standards or beliefs when it comes to modesty.
That's true.
But like, I feel, and this is just my personal opinion,
Yeah, what do you
I
got?
feel like we could all come to agreement on the fact that if we're wearing something that is so tight that reveals every curve, every crack on our body, like, leaves very little to the imagination for man or woman, like, that's probably not the best piece of clothing to wear out in public where people are going to be staring at you. Or not even staring, but just like passing by you. Like, why are we leaving zero mystery to our bodies anymore? It's like, wear the tightest thing that you can possibly wear. And I'm talking about Christians as well. Like,
Well,
it's just weird.
it's sad to see Christians in this area, in my opinion, conforming to the world rather than what are we called to be? We're called to be salt. Salt. It's salty. Salt is not just a bland, lukewarm. If it loses its saltiness, it can't be made salty again. Like, it's useful for nothing. We're called to be salt. We're called to be light. Light, it's different than the darkness. Salt is different than the bland stuff. But it's like in this area, we've just decided we're just going to look just like the world. We're going to look a lot like the world.
Yeah.
And it's like, does modesty get left behind when you go to the gym?
Yeah.
Like, is that the mindset of, okay, well, are we wearing
Right.
maybe stuff we shouldn't just everywhere? But like,
Right.
what's the,
Look, I get it. Like, I really do. And I said this in my reel. I am not claiming to be the perfect picture of modesty. I know that there are things that I probably wear that some women think that's not modest. But I think the first issue is like with our heart. What are we putting on? Like, what's it going on in our heart when we put on these super tight revealing things and we go work out at the gym? Is it like a genuine desire, zero desire to have people look at us, to have people admire our hard work? Is it literally like, I'm wearing this stuff for my safety because I don't want to get a weight caught on my looser shirt or my pants sucked up in a machine?
I want to hit these real quick, but keep going though.
So that's just my thing, is like, I have struggled in the past with wanting to wear tighter things to the gym because I want to show off my hard work. Like, I've worked hard for these muscles. I've worked hard for a flatter stomach. I've worked hard for a whatever.
I don't even think that's totally bad. Like, I've worked hard for this, but there's lines.
Right. But it's like, if all I'm why do I want people to look at me? Like, why do I need other men's eyes on me? I don't. Like, I've got my husband's eyes. And if you're single, you should be desiring to protect your image in all ways
for your future
future spouse, because like there's a beauty to the fact that there is one man that gets to see every curve and carving of my body. Like, there really is something very beautiful and special about that. And the fact that we've kind of gotten off of that and we no longer really care, and we actually have this desire for everyone to stare at us, for everyone to admire every curve of us, is sad. Because that's not the way, I don't believe that's the way God intended it to be. And so we as Christians have got to be careful.
All right, Morgan, hit us. What would you be your response to loose clothes get caught in the equipment?
That's absolutely ridiculous. Men are constantly wearing baggy sweatshirts and pants, and I don't think I've ever seen a man at our gym get caught in a machine saying, help me, my string for my hoodie's stuck, and I'm choking and dying. I don't think that it's ever happened, so I think that's a little goofy. But
so that's kind of a cop-out. I mean, I'm sure that there has been something.
There are plenty of things that you can wear that might be a little looser, but aren't so loose that it's going to cause danger to your life.
All right.
From the machine.
What about the next one? And again, I'm okay with this one personally, as long as you're just not obsessed with your body and just staring at it and flexing for like 30 minutes in the mirror. But like, I'm okay with people that want to see their progress and they're working on their arms and their legs. And when they're doing it, they're wanting to see the muscle groups.
Right.
So,
once again, there's literally so many tank tops and leggings and shorts that you can wear that just aren't so revealing.
Okay, perfect.
It's just another excuse.
I agree. What about the men just shouldn't look? That will solve all the problems. I can wear whatever I want, and men just shouldn't look.
Well, I liked one of the top comments from one of my friends. She actually posted on my reel, and she said, I go to the gym naked and men look at me. What creeps? It's just the idea of like, you're gonna do something, you're gonna wear something or not wear something, and people are gonna look. And for you to think that they're not gonna look is so, honestly, it's like prideful and selfish of you to like think that people aren't, I don't know, it's just weird that you're dressing a certain way and then mad that people are noticing that you're dressing a certain way. So no, they're gonna look. That's just the reality. That's the world we live in. I don't know, it just seems weird to me.
All right, I mean, again, guys,
there is responsibility on the men, okay? Yes, there is. But if you are literally flaunting everything you've got and expecting them not to look and admire it, like, come on. If you're this sexy, beautiful woman and you're showing off your sexiness to someone else other than your husband, of course they're gonna look.
Or they're going to, awkwardly look down at the floor, right, and all that stuff. What about Morgan, they just might have different modesty standards than you. These girls that you're pushing back on what they're wearing. They might be Christians that just happen to have different modesty standards.
Yeah, and I think that we've addressed that, but I really do. I have to continuously challenge myself, and I'm going to challenge you women out there who are believers. Like, why? Why are we wanting to show our bodies off like that? Why do we not find full satisfaction in just our husbands taking pleasure in that? And if you're single, why are you desiring and needing that type of attention? And if you're saying, well, I'm not doing it for attention, I'm literally just working out, I would just say, can you find some clothes that you can work out in that are just, you have the knowledge, that are just considered more modest, and until you're married, and then you can go work out naked at your house if you feel like that's what you need to do. But
Morgan, just give a real quick example of like what would be, because I like you looking cute. Mm-hmm. I like you looking cute when we're at home, when we go out. What would be a cute but modest outfit that you would wear to the gym? Give them an example.
Well, I do wear tighter things to the gym. I will wear leggings or spandex, whatever you want to call them. Leggings from Aerie. That's like the only leggings I own. Or I'll wear leggings and a tank top, and then I have a little green like thing that I just like. It's a long sleeve workout shirt, and I just tie that around my waist and it covers my butt. If I'm in the women's only room, I might take that thing that covers my butt off, because I think whatever, and maybe that's a conversation. Some people might say, why would you do that? Keep it covered. And a lot of times I do, but or I have like leggings and these workout tank tops that are just a little bit flowier that go down a little longer and cover my butt.
I like those.
I have shorts that are like spandex, and then they have like the looser material over them. Like I think Free People has them, Aerie has them, Hollister, I think I got a pair from Hollister. Those and a tank top or a short sleeve shirt,
And
whatever.
you know, Morgan, every so often, like once in a blue moon, I will see a pretty woman at the gym, and she's she's got like the shirt tied around her. And I'm just like, I immediately like, man, I appreciate you doing that. Like I just appreciate, and not, that's just simply just in the most simple way. I'm like, thank you for just,
because it's rare, sadly.
it's rare. Thank you for valuing that. Whatever your motives are, I'm just going to assume you just value modesty, and I appreciate it. Appreciate you doing that. Thanks for being an example. Like if suddenly 3/4 of the women at the gym were doing that, you know, we might see kind of a turning of the tides, even in the secular world. All right, guys, comment below. What are your thoughts on the, what did I call it? I called it something in the my Instagram description, or no, in the main YouTube description. Just what's happening. What we're seeing at the gym, just this explosion of what we would call
Skimpy.
Skimpy.
Skimpy gym wear.
Seriously though, comment below. Oh, forget it. I can't find how I described it. Comment below. What are your thoughts? Have you observed this? Have you had a reaction to it? Have you been one of the type? I actually saw a girl comment or message me or something. She was like, Paul, thank you for your post. Because you posted that, I actually thought about it, and I'm going to wear something more modest to the gym today. Like literally. And I'm just like, well, praise the Lord. And if this video just gets a handful of people to reel it in a little bit, bring it in, and start wearing a little bit more modest outfits, that's a win. But comment below, let us know your thoughts on it. And if you want to push back, you're welcome to. I enjoy these good conversations in the comment section. We love you. We will see you guys again very soon. Have hope.
And be free. If you're in the live chat, we'll be right back.
Hey guys, as you may have noticed, we get very few brand deals. A big reason for that is because we make unashamedly Christian content.
We've had brand deals taken away from us because people who don't like us reach out to them and demand that they cancel us.
Due to the fact that we stand on what the Bible says and we don't conform to culture.
Which is why our patrons, the names you see here, are so important.
You guys really are the lifeblood of this ministry. We could not do it without you all.
If you guys believe in this content and you want to partner with us on Patreon, go to patreon.com/Paulandmorganshow or click the link in the description.
Go team. That was the one.